Hello my dears and welcome back to Let's Play Blasphemous, etc. Here we are at the bottom of Grievance Descends, or Grievance Ascends, I can't quite remember. Either way, we just beat the Triune Sisters here, which was lots of fun. It really wasn't. Most glitchy, annoying boss in the game. Did we do the vision? We did do the vision. Excellent. Okay, so we've acquired 2 of these now, I believe. So we need to go and get the 3rd. We also need to get all of the items. Oh, hello. It's our friend.
You have carried out the 2nd humiliation of penance.
We have.
You have been allowed to meet the visage of contrition.
Been allowed to.
You have yet to prostrate before one last holy visage.
Yes, I know what it is too.
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it. He's massive, isn't he? If he stands up, he's enormous. And clothed almost entirely in ropes. I don't know whether you've noticed. Interesting. Interesting. Humiliation being a key part of the penances that the characters perform, it seems. Right, okay, so now we have this interesting bit of work that goes up the way. What's this? Ah, you're going to be useful.
Take the next of my deep pains.
That just sounds odd, doesn't it? Thank you. There's a Let's Player on YouTube by the name of Halloween4545 who's very good, who named her Saint Stabatha, which I thought was excellent. I may start calling her that myself. Up we go. Ah, you see the items? We can't get those without a particular... or that. We can't get to those without a very, very particular set of relics. A relic that allows us to descend into bottomless pits, which is miles away yet. Long, long ways away. So we've got Altus Gracius's pit we haven't explored properly yet because we didn't wake up Altus Gracius. We will though. Altus Gracius is a really interesting character. We need to wake her up. Oh, bugger. Muck men. Or worse, sewage men. Ugh. So, we need to ascend the ladder and then go... Hi-yah! 10 out of 38? Okay. Here we are, back in the desecrated cistern, which is really cool, I've got to say. Really, really cool. Now, there's lots of stuff we can do from here, actually. Lots of stuff. I'm going to go this way. Oh no, you do not. Can I go down from here yet? Yes, I can. Wonderful. Well, not that wonderful. Ha! Ah, we're getting better, look! Ooh, yes, lovely. We're not doing too badly in terms of the damage output. That's going to help us a great deal, particularly against the up-and-coming bosses, some of which are absolutely loathsome. We're talking Dark Souls levels of bitchery. Oh, do we have... We do! Oh yes, there are certain areas now we can actually explore properly. Which is good. Out of it, you. Out of it. Ugh. Because of that relic. It's so useful, that bloody relic, I'm telling you. What does this do? No idea. Huh? Must open something. Hey. Excellent. That's very useful. What hath we here then? The Black Grieving Veil. Ooh, what doth that do? Dark cloth that has kept its silky feel despite the passing of the years. One of the three remains of an unfinished ceremony. The wounds inflicted by a broken oath rarely ever find healing. That's for Altus Gracias. No one knows what they asked for in that prayer, nor why they didn't want to be wedded. The miracle with its grievous plans went to the aid of the sisters, if you can call that aid. That's for Altus Gracias too. So there's one left. I think there's one item left that we need for her, which is cool. Curious about this. Ah, no, there isn't. I thought there might be a secret way through. It looks like there is, but there isn't. Look on the map. That wall is odd. I'm gonna have to go have a look at that. But yeah, that's part of Altus Gracias' offerings. Fabulous name. Altus Gracias. All the names are in this. Oh, that's just frustrating. Yeah, die. These sewers are enormous. They really are. We've got to come through from the other side by the looks of it, which we can do now. Yes. There. I think we may go do that actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, we can do that now. There is so much to explore in this area. It's unbelievable. Much bigger than you'd initially think. A lot of the areas are, in fact the game is much bigger than you'd initially think. When we've done these first 3 encounters, these humiliations as our rope-bound friend calls them, then the second half of the game opens up and it's big. As in freaking enormous. Okay. So there are actually multiple ways we can go here to explore. So let's have a look. Let's see what we can see, shall we? We desperately need to find a Mea Culpa statue as well, and spend all of this wonderful, what do they call them? Tears of woe or something? Oh, that just leads up and out, doesn't it? We don't want that. We want to go that way. Yeah, we need to navigate this. Which is a total son of a bitch. Come on. Do it. Yeah, that's a real pain in the arse. So there's this way, and there's also a way down there that we need to explore, which we will go and do. I want to deal with sewage people and these guys at the same time. How annoying. Ow. Right, you first. Then you. Ah, okay. Now that is fascinating. Do not have the means of doing that yet, clearly. I think what we need is the upward attack that will carry us up to get that, but I don't have it yet, unfortunately, so that's gonna have to wait. It is fascinating. If you go online and look around, you'll find people asking, how do I get a double jump in Blasphemous? And of course the answer is, you don't. There isn't one. It is really strange. It is really strange, because it's the kind of game where you just expect there to be... Oh, God, that's frustrating. Where you would just expect there to be one. It's actually not an unreasonable ask, to be honest. But it would somehow break the feeling of this game. It would make it maybe a little too easy in part. What have we got here? It must be around here. The bell will not stop ringing. I hear it's jingling even in my dreams. My hands are wounded from all the digging. It must be around here. Just one more wound. I hear it close by. Okay. Is he talking about Hondo? Perhaps. I don't know. Oh, most useful. Yeah, absolutely. Have we got another one? No. Oh well. But no, it's useful to know that it's there at least. Right, so now we need to go up and over and through here. Come on then. Fall. God, it doesn't have plummet, doesn't it, that? Ugh. I mean, you don't even want to know, do you? You do not want to know what manner of sewage this place produces. It's like, ugh. God. Hesitate to even consider. Oh. Now I can get rid of you. Oh, that relic that does away with the poison is so useful. I can't even tell you. We can also now explore higher up here, which is kind of cool. There may not be anything, but you know, it's still kind of cool, I suppose. No, there isn't anything. Oh well. Ow, thank you. I mean, I don't think you ever find out why the Penitent One's order was destroyed. That would be interesting to know, but I don't think you ever specifically find it out. It's implied as to why, but you never actually find it out. Ow, thank you. Ooh, new corridor. Always exciting in one of these Metroidvania games. Because you just never know what's going to happen. Ah, fuck. Oh, really? Ah. Right, so... Oh, we're not that far away, actually. That's not too bad. And even if we are, I'll fast forward through it for you. Just so you don't get bored, ladies and gentlemen, of me whittering on about nothing very much, really. Oh, that in the background, that's an image of the Twisted One, the sort of the dark god of this world, I suppose. Or rather, he's not a god, he's like the prophet, he's the saint of this world. We encountered his image before, right at the beginning of the game. In fact, you'll see it every time you pause the game. I'll show you, hang on. Where is he? He's on the map screen. There is an image of him somewhere around here. Oh no. He must be on the title screen then. But there is an image of the Twisted One pretty much everywhere. Come on, do the drippy thing. Or does this one not do it? Oh, it doesn't. Where are we going? Where are we going? This way. Oh, did you see her cough? As though she's plagued or something. I love those little details. In fact, a lot of the creatures, a lot of the characters, if you just leave them alone for a while, they start to do all of these weird little sort of self-flagellating animations, which is really quite cool, I've got to say. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Wouldn't be the first time, ladies and gents. Certainly not in a Metroidvania game, it wouldn't be. God, I do desperately need to get to Mea Culpa because there are so many moves that I don't have at the moment. So many. But I've unlocked a lot of the shrines, you see, so I could potentially be rather overpowered at this point. Excellent. Now, where are we going? Over and down, I believe, is the way. Yes, cool. She's got to die. See a cough again? Yeah, the bell ringers are the ones who call those exploding guys. And destroying them just makes your life a million times easier in this game, because the exploding guys are what killed me a moment ago. They can kill you in one hit. If they explode near you, it's like a grenade going off near you. You die really quickly. These bastards. You don't want to be in proximity to that. Why the... Oh, okay. Cool. So what's in here then? Something lovely? Oh, something very lovely. Jeez, we are doing well. Oh, Jesus, look at this. There we go. Yeah, that empty bile vessel's going to be phenomenally useful. And now, let's see if we can activate that tunnel there, because that might be useful. I have no idea what's down there, but it could be something fun, I suppose. Yeah. So we need to go down. And this way? Yes, this way. Dun, dun, dun. It sounds so much like the Diablo soundtrack, it's unbelievable. Diablo 2 in particular. Which, by the way, why is there not a re-release of that on the PS4 store? I would play the shit out of Diablo 2. With the option to do so. Oh my god, a necromancer. I would play a necromancer. Of course I would. Of course I would. What else? Oh yeah, this is weird. I've never figured out how to get up there. I think there's a way. It's just very, very tricky, so we can't go through there yet. Okay. I haven't got the means of getting up that way yet, unfortunately. So... Ugh, yes, avoiding them. So, let's... Where should we go? I think... Let's go use this portal down here. Let's go use the portal, and we will go... there's a particular gauntlet we need to run way, way, way back here at the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. And if we do it, we will get an item that will stand us in very good stead. I'm going the wrong way again. Ah. That's more like it. Yeah, it's very tough, this gauntlet. Do you remember that gauntlet we ran in Hondo? In order to get a particular sword core. It's that level of nastiness, basically. Speaking of sword cores, I better check, because I've got a couple of them at the minute. Ah, now that's useful. I mean, let's see what sword cores I've actually got. I've got the Heart of Virtuous Pain, sword core, we know that. The works and graces of the sorrowful miracle, second verse. The wind blew strongly through the fractures of the cathedral that the great tree had originated, lifting the ash, creating dense grey clouds, hiding the whole mother church and drowning her in a deep darkness of lead. The ground began to tremble, then a terrible cry was heard from the depths of the mountain of ash, and that cry was joined by more and more. Guttural screams, animal roars, monsters, and one which was heard above all, the scream of an old man, which resounded gravely as out of the throat of a giant. The legend of Mea Culpa, the sword of guilt. It is said that this stone statue covered with petals was once a young woman who, tormented by a deep feeling of guilt, hardly unusual in this world, struck her chest with the figure of our father, asking him to be punished. The miracle manifested itself in the figure of the father, emerging from her a wide and long edge, a great rooted sword, which pierced his guilty heart to later transform his body into stone. That sword was called Mea Culpa, an allusion to the last words of the young woman. It's very, I mean, again, something it's borrowed from Dark Souls is a lot of the lore comes from the items. So if you want to ignore it and just play like a Metroidvania style action game, you can just ignore it. It's very clever in that regard. Very clever. The next big area we're going to do is up there. Past where the olive trees wither, there's a big area up here that's phenomenally tough. You'll hear me swear a lot when we're doing that area. There are lots of blind leaps, there are lots of bottomless pits, there are lots of enemies that knock you into those bottomless pits. So as you can imagine, frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Hello. Okay. I can't get that from up here, can I? No, I can't. I'm just double checking. Okay, let's have a look. And this will give us a look at the map as well. So, here we are. There's Hondo, look. They're near to Albero. We want the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. It's brilliant, isn't it? Where we're going is up in those mountains. In a little while. In a little while. Here we are. Oh, there's a Mea Culpa here. So what can I unlock? Anything worth unlocking? Probably a fair bit, actually. Oh, I didn't use my other thing. That was stupid. Perpetuous protection. Blah, 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 blah. No. The toe from the statue of the first barefoot pilgrim. The fourth toe bore the memory of his partner, so as not to forget better times. Reduces dodging cooldown. Painted wooden bead. Hollow pearl. It creates fervor when destroying surrounding objects. No. Strengthens the penitent one. Oh, we've got that. I suppose that'll do. There's lots of lore for these as well. That morning when the bonfires were lit and the convicts were raising their ghastly pleas to the indifferent inquisitors, a white dove came down from heaven and perched on the shoulder of a prisoner, where it stayed until it burned with him. Interesting. Decree from His Holiness Escribar. Escribar's the guy we've already seen. Escribar is the... he's not the bad guy. He's the final encounter of this game. We've seen him before. He's the guy in the helmet and the mask. It shall be called the Anointed Legion, said His Holiness. Under the armour their bodies shall be covered with bandages, anointed with oils that I myself will bless. They will protect the mother of mothers as I will protect them. By the way, ladies and gents, I've got coffee and I'm just going to have a sip. Because it's desperately needed at the moment. Believe me, it's desperately needed. It has got to him, brother. The miracle is within these walls, said the friar, scared. Grab the piece of wood and help me block his cell, answered the other friar, younger than him. And, while they both parted slowly, listening to the screams and banging through the massive wooden door, a small round object rolled from under it. Oh. We call this pilgrimage route the trail. Our wagons have always passed through here, and the tracks have gotten deep enough to even unearth the chalky sand that lay hidden under the thick forest, such that if one could see it from above, it would look like a long ochre line crossing the woods. Oh, that's a long one. The ash and grey air lashed us. We could hardly breathe and remained locked up in the parish, placing damp clothes in the doors and windows. We were suffocating. Then, one fateful night, there was a knock on the door, and I could see a woman who, without a word, had placed on the floor a cloth with patches of pearly moss on it. I stared at her in disbelief, as she appeared to have smeared the moss on her nostrils. Then, turning around, the woman left. Hopeful, I recounted what I had witnessed to the brothers, and we decided to spread the substance on our noses as she had done. It wasn't long before we were able to breathe normally, and we waited without fear until the ashy leaden sky would regain its blue colour. Ah. Esdras, you say, spoke the soldier. That madman could not bear the death of his sister. He's still talking to her as if she were there, but we've met Esdras, have we not? Sometimes it even seems as if they are arguing. He's long gone and hasn't been seen since. Oh, he has. Finally, he said, a genuine, genuflecting pilgrim will always walk alone. It is the solitary path that will grant him constant meditation and understanding of what it means to be a pilgrim in the land of the miracle. For that is our rule. Then he got up and looked at all of us for a long time while we remained silent. Then he left and we never saw him again. There are lots of little stories amongst the items you can pick up that you can sort of follow. It takes advantage of the speed of a fall. That's pretty good. But do I have the means of purchasing it? How much is it? Oh, it's not. Oh, I've got it. Sacred Thrust. The penitent one takes advantage. That's it's all right. Sinful Wrath, Fervous Blood. What else have we got? 7,000. That performs an upward slash as a combo finisher. That's useful. I don't have the means of purchasing it at the moment, though, unfortunately. Damn. Later, then. Later. For now, there is something we need to perform up here. Alright. I could have sworn there was a boss here, you know. I'm just remembering it wrong. This is tough. It's probably going to take me a couple of tries, this. There's basically a gauntlet that we need to run through here. And it's a son of a bitch. That's the way we come out. This is where it starts. You see, and it's giving you a taste. Look, you can see. You can see what you've got to put up with, basically. See? It just chucks you in. It doesn't give you any warning. It just chucks you into it. It's evil, this. Oh, you bastard. Yeah, basically one slip, and you're done. Look at this. It's so wrong, isn't it? It's so wrong. Oh, really? Oh, such a bastard. This whole area is just... It's malevolence. The whole area is just malevolence personified. Oh, we did it first time. Bloody Nora. The Metatarsus of Ricusio. Let's have a look then. What's he got to say? Almost no details of his background are known, but those who crossed his path claimed later that Ricusio carried a small, strange, luminous plate that emitted a faint voice. Alright? I'm not going to judge. It's weird, but I'm not going to judge. These blue candles, I can't do anything with them yet. I haven't got the blue balls of wax, unfortunately. Oh, also, there you go.
I'm not worthy of thine infinite compassion.
No, you're
Blessed
not.
are those of us who find it.
Indeed.
I will pray for thee and thank the Master for his holy encounter.
Yay.
Now my feet are marching towards holy prohibitions. How can a simple pilgrim advance through such fortification? O fraternal father, O master of pilgrims, how arduous are your upcoming trials?
Yes.
It is of little use for me to remain here. Go with the father, O penitent one.
Oh, I will. Thank you very much indeed. Must remember that blue candle is there. Oh, here we are, look. Back in familiar environs. Fun, eh? Right, now, what can we do? There's so much we can do, but really, the place we should be headed is there. Oh, it's a long trek, though. It is a long trek up that way. It might be easier to actually head back down. Yeah, it would. It would be a lot easier. So we're going to do that. We're going to go use the portal. It's just easier to teleport about. We did go this way, didn't we? Yeah, oh, it's you bastard. I'll be coming back for you, don't worry. When I've got the right item. That was Escribar, by the way. That was the image of Escribar. He's not as big as that when you meet him. Well, not at first, anyway. I mean, what sin must have these guys committed? It must have been bad. It must have been pretty... What am I doing? No, 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 no. I don't want to be in the mountains of the endless dusk, as pretty as they are. I want to be here. That's more like it. And we want to go to... let me think about this, actually. Let's go to Mercy Dreams. Yeah, for now, we will go to Mercy Dreams. Because I need to work my way up there, and then to here. And when we get there, I need to move, basically, because there's a timed element to some of this. Which is slightly frustrating, it has to be said. I love the names of the areas. Mercy Dreams. Very pretty. Very pretty indeed. Oh, hello, it's you guys. We're heading... Oof, not that way, definitely. Up the way we go. Make this 1,000,000 times easier on ourselves. Hello! Yeah, eat it. Ah. I love the way they come apart. Really do. Floaty Bishop! Ugh. That's very useful. Yeah, we're basically going the opposite way through the gauntlet. Hey! I don't exactly know what Mercy Dreams is supposed to be, whether it's some sort of like weird proving ground or something. What's through there? No, we don't want to go through there. We want to ascend, don't we? Up we go. In fact, we're heading to the highest point in the game, from which you can see most of Custodia. Up and up and up. Just keeps going forever and ever and ever. This is it, and if we keep going, we can head up further. Oh, did I not explore the lower areas? Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. Yuck. Right, yes. If you look, there's a platform here, and there's a platform here, and there is actually a lower area just here. When we come back with the relic, we'll have an explore down there. Aha! Downward attacks are very good for these guys. Very good indeed. Hello. What have we here? Ah, Tentudia's carnal remains. Interesting. Vessel made of crystal, lore. Get up and tell us what you witnessed, said the scribe, without averting his gaze from the paper. I received an order for the exhumation of a penitent who had been buried about a year ago, answered the gravedigger. He was well loved in Albero, and many parishioners approached his grave. But when I dug him up, we saw blood coming from a crack in his sarcophagus, blood red as wine. Those who were there rushed to open the lid of the coffin and carried him on their shoulders, watching as blood gushed out from its side. Others ran to their houses, searching for buckets and bottles to keep all that blood that wouldn't stop flowing out. Ugh. Remains of the murdered novice Tentudia that were isolated from the rest so she could not receive a holy burial. Who was Tentudia, you ask? Well, she was once a girl born in the same yellowish village of Albero, like you and me. On her 15th year, something extremely unusual happened. Her parents watched as part of her hair began twisting, unavoidably turning into very thin thorns. Concerned with the thought that it might be a punishment from the miracle, they locked her in as a novice inside a distant nunnery, famous for its strict cloistering, thus preventing the discovery of what would have undoubtedly been considered heresy. Interesting. Key item. Key item for later. Okay. Okie dokes. Now, when we meet a particular character very soon, we're going to have to remain in the area where we find him until we've done everything. Because if we start to wander, his storyline will just play out, and then we won't be able to do it. It's annoying, but that's the way it is. Here we are. You may remember I came here earlier in the game and said, no, we're not doing this yet. Where the olive trees wither. I feel myself weakening. I am sentenced to perish, abandoned in this forceful praying position. I can no longer hear the rest, only their rusted cages swaying in the wind. There's a bell there. Interesting. Wonderful. Okay. Hello. You have acquired the Radius of Heltzer the Poet. The work of the poet John Clark Heltzer had a sadly posthumous success, especially his poem, A Poem to the Red Leaf. The poem was found next to his corpse, severed by a fallen tree. It's this character we want to talk to. Oh, fuck. I think we fucked this one. It's because we came here earlier, isn't it? Shit. Normally, you can talk to him, and if you carry on up into the mountains, you will get something that will enable him to speak. But I think we fucked it over when we came here and retreated earlier. Oh well, normally the tree isn't, it hasn't grown over him at this point. Shit. Oh well. You'll have to go and look that one up on YouTube, ladies and gents. It's not massively important. It's just something nice to do, you know? Aha! Love the music here. Brilliant music in this area. Acquired incense garlic. Well, that's obviously for the kisses of wounds. Bulbwort is bone, very hard to find. Its intense aroma, reminiscent of sandalwood, is only noticeable on rainy days, betraying its hiding place. It was sought after by the herbalists with the best sense of smell for its miraculous properties. Confessions of Terso, Part 6. Ever since then, our pious kisses have saved hundreds from the affection of the miracle that ravages these lands, and from then on, our congregation has been called that of the Kisses of Wounds. Has that? It has that. But yeah, there are a couple of timed elements in this game, which I like, actually. I mean, it is frustrating, but I like it too. I like it because it gives the game texture and a bit of replay value as well. I mean, it makes you want to come back to them to see what you missed. It's quite clever. See him flagellate there. Can't get across there yet. Later, we'll be able to, just not yet. I haven't got the item that makes the thorns grow. Bastard things, these. You have to watch them. They swim beneath the snow. Look. And they only come out when you walk over them. And they knock you flying every single time. Beautiful music, this area. Absolutely beautiful. Hate these guys. Lots of unusual projectile weapons in this area. The wind and the snow actually play an active part in the game a little later. Oh, there's another one. There we go. When it kicks up a little bit, yeah, the wind and the snow are actually going to play a big part. Bastard. Ah. See the ruined cathedral and whatnot in the back? There's a huge one at the very, very height of the mountaintop. Like, right at the top. And that's where we're going. Ah, now. Yes, this area is hard. Because of them, primarily. Bastard. Alright, let it come out again. Ugh. This is a nasty combination of enemies, this one. The trick is to draw these guys and do it in exactly the opposite way to I'm doing it here, because they will kill you. Okay. Oh no! Ah! Oh well, we'll come back. We will come back and do that at some point. Ah, we nearly did it there as well. We did rather well, I've got to say. Right, ladies and gents, because this has been a rather long video now, I'm going to call it quits here, and I will return to... what's it called? Where the olive trees wither. They do now. I will return to where the olive trees wither next time. Until then, bye-bye!